London, Reuters, prospects of a thaw in U.S China trade tensions supported global stocks on Monday, as U.S. President Donald Trump pledged to help ZTE Corp a Euro-Egypt back into business, fast a euro after a U.S. ban crippled the Chinese technology company, while oil prices retreated from highs. Trump a Euro trademark's comments on Sunday came ahead of a second round of trade talks between U.S. and Chinese officials this week to resolve an escalating trade dispute. China had said last week its stance in the negotiations would not change. The MSCI World Equity Index MIWD 000000+, which tracks shares in 47 countries, was up 0.1%, holding at its highest level in 7 weeks and in positive territory for the year. European stocks were broadly flat as energy stocks. SXEP and financials weighed. There have been some very serious issues raised in terms of the trade relationship between the US and China, and then the Euro trademark VE had this quite sudden about turn on this particular company, and it simply raises questions as to what the underlying policy is. Euro Alastair George, chief strategist at Edison Investment Research, said. Ethies is perhaps a little reminder which is being relatively well received by markets over the last 24 hours that, with the US administration, there is a strong degree of unpredictability compared to prior regimes. Edison Euro trademark George added. The United States has said it will lift sanctions on Pyongyang if North Korea agrees to completely dismantle its nuclear weapons program. Stocks in Asia were also upbeat. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan. MIUP J0000 plus rose 0.5%, while Japan's Nikkei. N225 also tacked on 0.5%. Chinese shares came off the DIA Euro trademark's highs but were still higher after Trump a Euro trademark's comments on ZTE Corp. 000063.SZ, 0763.HK, which JP Morgan analysts said was a Euro OE a significant positive. A Euro. Shanghai's SSE Composite Index. SSEC rose 0.3% while the blue chip. CSI 300 rallied 0.9%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index. House climbed 1.4%. Elsewhere in Asia, the Malaysian ringgit recovered losses after sliding 1% to a 4-month trough against the dollar in the first onshore trade since a shock election upset last week. Malaysian stocks sank as much as 2.7% at one point but were last up 1.5%. Veteran Mahathir Mohamad came out of political retirement to lead the opposition Pakatan Harapan, Alliance of Hope, to a stunning victory defeating Prime Minister Najib Razak, a former protege he had accused of corruption. Some investors were concerned that populist promises such as repealing an unpopular goods and services tax and restoring a petrol subsidy could undermine the country's Euro trademark's finances. But some analysts believe Mahathir Euro trademark's proposals could be positive for the economy. A Euro repeal of GST, while only marginally negative for the fiscal deficit, will be a boon for consumers, who have been upset that they bear the burden of poor fiscal management and came out to vote against the establishment. A Euro said Trinh Nguyen, senior economist at Natixis. Oil and Iran. While tensions in the Korean peninsula have eased, U.S. plans to reintroduce sanctions against Iran have stoked anxiety in the Middle East. Iran pumps about 4% of the world Euro trademark's oil, and the latest development has sent oil prices near multi-year highs. Citi analyst Mark Schofield said rising oil prices risk causing a Euro stagflation. A Euro trademark, which could create a particularly a Euro hostile environment. A Euro for risk assets. On Monday, U.S. crude CLC1 slipped to $70.33 a barrel and Brent LCOC1 was down at $76.70 as a relentless rise in U.S. drilling activity pointed to increased output. O/R. The United States threatened on Sunday to impose sanctions on European companies that do business with Iran, as the remaining participants in the Iran nuclear accord stiffened their resolve to keep that agreement operational. In currencies, the dollar.DXY dipped 0.2% to 92.40 against a basket of major currencies and was set for its fourth straight day of losses. Against the Japanese yen JPY equals, it ticked down to 109.52 per dollar, remaining largely in a holding pattern since late last month. The euro equals rose 0.3% to $1.1974 following two consecutive sessions of gains as Italy's anti-establishment parties looked likely to form the next government. Last week, the Bank of England held rates steady and New Zealand euro trademark's central bank said the official cash rate will remain at historic lows of 1.75% for a euro sometime a euro. That leaves the Fed as the only major central bank in the world committed to rate increases, although recent data showing moderate inflation reading has cast doubt over the pace of any hikes. The U.S. 10-year Treasury yield US 10 YT equals RR was slightly higher at 2.9805%. Spot gold XAU equals was up 0.2% at $1,320.01 an ounce, after eking out a small weekly gain last week.